Hey everyone, it's Carrie here. So we live in Orlando or near Orlando, and Hurricane Irma is on her mighty way here. My wife and our baby daughter Olivia just flew out to Chicago this morning to be with my family, our family, and I'm going to ride it out here with Melena's mom and our two crazy dogs. And so yeah, on Tuesday morning we heard the hurricane was definitely coming to Florida, and flights started booking up like crazy. So we kind of had a long talk about it and decided, even though we don't really know what the hurricane was going to do at that point, it would just be better to be safe than sorry with Olivia, because by the time we did know what was going to happen, it'd be too late to book a flight or to drive or evacuate. We just kind of said, you know what, it's our job to protect her. And imagine that moment where we're sitting hunkered down, the roof's leaking, the windows have blown in, and we look at each other like, what do we do? You know, we could have avoided this. So they were due to fly out Saturday morning. I was going to stay. And then at 2 a.m. this morning, we got a phone call from the airline, and they canceled Melena's flight. So they shut the airport. They shut MCO from 5 o'clock. It's going to be shut from 5 o'clock on Saturday onwards. But I guess all the airlines don't want their planes to be stuck there, so they canceled all day Saturday flights, even though it was at 7 a.m. So luckily, I heard my phone in the middle of the night, called them right away, and we were able to get them both on a little connecting roundabout flight, but they were able to leave at 8 a.m. this morning. So I woke Melena up, we packed our bags, took a nap, and then woke the baby up and drove to the airport at 6 o'clock this morning. And they are all safe and landed in Chicago now. I'm getting a lot of cute videos from Melena and Olivia with my family out there. So super duper glad they're safe, and a little bit jealous too, because I wish I was there. But yeah, we made the right decision. So as of a couple hours ago, it looked like the hurricane is going to track a little bit more west, and the eye might go right over Orlando. It should be 3 or 4 by the time it hits us. As of now, things could still change. So yeah, we're all prepared, and we're going to hunker down in our place. This is my first hurricane. I'm a Chicago girl, so I'm going to document the whole thing. Hopefully, what I'm really hoping for is minimal damage, no injuries, and hopefully it'll be low impact by the time. Unfortunately, Miami's going to get the brunt of it, but luckily they've evacuated, so hopefully by the time it gets to Orlando it won't be too bad. Hope everyone out there stays safe. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday morning now. Overnight, it looks like the hurricane is still due to hit us straight on in Orlando here, but it was downgraded to a 2 when it hits us. So obviously these are just projections. We still have no idea what's going to happen. We're still a few days out, but that makes me feel better personally, because definitely I'd rather be in the center of the hurricane than what I hear is the top right quadrant is what produces tornadoes and stuff. So that makes me feel good, and obviously that it's going to be a 2 instead of a 3 or 4 is really good news. So yep, we're just planning here. I'm about to leave for work because, I mean, it's Friday. It's not going to hit until whatever, Sunday, Monday. But I have a few things. So I have this high volume water filter, which I bought, I think I bought this before Hurricane Matthew, that luckily turned out to be super weak. My wife totally made fun of me. I'm a planner. But you know what? It might come in handy. Come on. You don't know. I have this LED lamp. Oh, that's bright. I need coffee. So it's just, you know, you can hang it, you can stand it. It works on batteries. Of course, I have a million extra batteries. I tried to get a battery-operated fan, but I was too late. I have a ton of spare batteries. So before my wife left, she stocked me up on supplies. We have like tins of tuna fish and avocado. Super good. I don't know, I like it, and it's gonna be a lot of protein. We have a ton of water, just some canned foods and stuff, and bread, fig bars are filling, like protein bars, protein drinks, that kind of stuff. These I had left over from a run. They're like the emergency rescue blanket things. I have a tarp coming today, just in case, because I guess, like, let's say it did hit as a 4 or something, the biggest concern I think in our condo would be the windows and the roof, because the wind gets under the roof and then that can go. So we already said the plan is that we would just take a mattress, put it up against the wall, and hunker down under the mattress and under the tarp if that happens. So, and then we have the dogs' vaccine records, because just in case we have to go to a shelter last minute, if you want to bring the dogs, then you need those. So a few people have asked me, why didn't I evacuate? Why am I not evacuating? And I mean, I respect Mother Nature, and I'll tell you, if I was in a mandatory evacuation zone, I'd be gone. But what happens is, so on Tuesday morning we bought the flight from Elena and Olivia, because this hurricane's coming, it's far out, it looks like it's going to affect Florida. No one really knows at this point, is it actually going to curve up? It could go anywhere, right? But we talked about it, and it wasn't worth the gamble for us, even if there's a tiny chance. You know, we have no ego, we have no, you know, if we left for the hurricane and nothing happened, happy days. So we just said it just wasn't worth the chance, not with a baby. If it was the two of us, we would have brought it out and see what happens and take advice of local authorities. But yeah, so that's why we booked her flight on Tuesday. That was before we had any idea if it was even going to hit Florida. And flights were disappearing fast. So that's the decision we made. And so my wife and daughter went up to Chicago. And I, at that time, didn't see a need to. I have work, and I was going to just stay here, take care of the dog. Her mom planned to stay, so the two of us would hunker down together if it came to it, take care of the dogs. Also, you know, if it turns out to be a big storm, then, you know, your windows could blow out, your doors, your roof, whatever, and then you can't get back into Florida for weeks or however long until it's safe, and the whole time your home is just open. You know, if you're here, you know, then at least you can do something about it right after. And you can help other people and all that kind of stuff too, come together as a community. So that's the decision we made on Tuesday. Then, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, it's like the forecast goes back and forth. You know, it looked like it was going to go east over Orlando, looked like we were fine, you know, and then last night it looked like it was going to come straight at us at a 4. So the point is, it's just so difficult to predict that all you can do is really take advice of local authorities. And what they've said is that the Orlando area is like never going to become a mandatory evacuation zone. They mandatory evacuate because of water, because of storm surge. So that's, you know, Miami, even up by Orlando, like Brevard County. So all these coastal areas are getting evacuated, but that's because of storm surge, not because of wind. So that was my other concern. Are you going to call a mandatory evacuation last minute? Because for me, being on the road is way more dangerous than hunkering down, because I just think, you know, the roads have been just blocked for days now. So, I mean, the people that made the decision right away on Tuesday got out, but everyone else has been, I mean, they're getting out slowly, but it's just, I think it's kind of chaos that, you know, there's a lot of fuel shortage, and I just can't imagine driving at night, running out of fuel, and, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I still gotta go to work, I still have my life, you know, the dogs, what are we gonna do with the dogs if we try to fly somewhere? So it's not safe to drive, we can't fly with the dogs, yada yada. So I think, you know, if it came to it, the airlines and the hotels are relaxing their policies and stuff, but it's just kind of a personal decision for everyone. I'm not one of those people that's gonna say, no way I'm staying if the authorities are telling me to go, I'm gonna go. You know, I definitely respect Mother Nature, but just so far, I've been told that we're not gonna be mandatory evacuated at all. It's not gonna happen. We're far enough inland. We're gonna get high winds, and we need to respect that and prepare for that, and prepare to lose water and power and all that. But, you know, in terms of, I'm on a second-story condo, and in terms of flooding, that's not an issue. Anyway, this storm isn't supposed to produce too much of that except for around the coast. So anyway, that's why we made that decision. I still feel comfortable about it. Obviously, I haven't been through a hurricane before, so I'm sure it's going to get scary at some points, but, you know, I'm following advice of the authorities, and as long as, you know, Milena has Olivia and they're safe. If she was here, that'd be a different ball game, you know, sitting here and worrying about the safety of your daughter, but I'm following the advice of authorities. So it's too late anyway to evacuate, so that's that. And yeah, other than that, just preparing. We have all our food, water, got a plan. I've got a hallway and bathroom that doesn't have any windows. If the roof goes, we'll put a mattress up against the wall. We have a tarp, so we'll just, you know, hunker down under a mattress and a tarp, or, you know, put the mattress in the bathtub or whatever. As of now, the bathtub's going to be filled with water, because we'll need that to flush the toilets if the water goes out. And then we have clean drinking water, a ton of it. So yeah, I feel really prepared. And, you know, just keeping an eye on the forecasts and on the advice of authorities. And that's all you can do. So yeah, I'll keep updating. As long as I have internet, I'll keep loading some updates because in case anyone wants to follow along. Thanks.